When someone tells you who they are, you should believe them, right? So have the Denver Nuggets told us exactly who they are? And are you going to believe them? I think I do. And I'm going to explain it coming up next. All right, Nuggets Nation, happy St. Patrick's Day. I also forgot to wear green. I am colorblind, so there's my excuse. Don't be pinching me up in here. We got to talk some Nuggets after what went down this weekend. Are you kidding me? An absolutely pathetic, terrible, embarrassing weekend for the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, I've now chosen to believe the Denver Nuggets because they've told me who they are pretty much throughout this entire season, and I wanted to hold out hope because Nikola Jokic is the hashtag Serbian basketball god, and you love what he brings to the table. But after the Lakers game on Friday night and then the loss to the Washington Wizards for the second time this season, unbelievable what this team has not accomplished this year. Jamal Murray got the big fat payday. He hasn't lived up to it. Yeah, he had a good stretch. But the moment you need Jamal the most is when he disappears. And Michael Porter Jr., I try to defend you, man, as much as I could. You've given me no room to walk. I got no more plank to stand on, Michael, when it comes to defending you. You don't have it, man. You're not physical. You have no heart. You kind of get punked and bullied on the block anytime you try to get big and play underneath, and then you get taken out of the game. So like I said, it's over, man. It's a wrap. This core, it's time to blow it up. The Denver Nuggets is currently constructed with the core four, if you will. That's Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. And that's not the core. The core is Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Brown. That's the core. Those guys are safe. Outside of that, blow this thing up, man. It's a wrap. It's over. This team cannot and will not win another NBA championship as currently constructed. Remember the old San Francisco 49er coach? Cannot do it. Can't play with them. Can't win with them. That's who these guys are. That's who the Denver Nuggets are. There's no heart. Absolutely no heart for Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. as to what they do on a night in and a night out basis. So I'm ready to blow it up. I'd love to hear what you think again. I got some more to say, but circle back, comment here, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, because I really want to hear from Nuggets fans. And you know, one of the things I've heard from Nuggets fans, fire Coach Malone. He's got to go. Again, I used to defend Coach Malone quite a bit, and I'm not quite there yet. If you are, I'm not going to knock you, right? Fan the way you want to fan. I'm not here to tell you how to root. But Coach Malone, how do you get your guys motivated? Is it your boss's job to get you ready for work every day? And I've asked you that before. And if the answer is yes, you suck as an employee, straight up. You do. And I wouldn't hire you. Like Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Why does somebody have to get those guys motivated? Is it Coach Malone's job to get them ready to play basketball? Or does a $208 million contract extension do it for you, Jamal Murray? Or a $38 million a year do it for you, Michael Porter Jr.? Because if you have to get motivated to work, again, I don't want you to work where I work. So if Coach Malone is on the hot seat for you, like I said, I'm willing to have the conversation, but give me a name that can replace him. Don't just be the person that yells to fire somebody for the sake of firing somebody. You have to have a replacement out there. And right now, I haven't gone down that road as to who is a better fit for the Denver Nuggets other than Coach Michael Malone. I can tell you this. And I'm so close to 100% certainty. I'm about as close as you could be when it comes to these kind of conversation. Calvin Booth is out. Calvin Booth will not be the Denver Nuggets general manager. I have a pretty good idea as to who can be eligible for that. I can't spill any beans, but when we get closer, I'll start to give you some hits. I promise you that. But there's a very, very smart man that has ties to the Denver Nuggets that can and will do a good job if given that opportunity. So Calvin Booth is gone. That's a wrap. You're going to hand the keys to the new general manager and say, you know, that guy we just gave a $208 million extension to, make some calls on him. Let's see if we can get him out of here. You know why Calvin couldn't do anything like that? Because he doesn't have real relationships established across the NBA. And yet he's the Denver Nuggets general manager. Weird hire. So that's what's going to happen. Jamal's gone. Michael's gone. One or both is going to be gone if this team is for real about capitalizing in the Nikola Jokic championship window. We'll see how real it means to the ownership group and the decision makers down there at Ball Arena. Let me give you a couple of names that might be available out there, right? We'll talk about Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray trades. Like I said, don't just come to me with trade the guy and fire the dude. You need to have some options after that. And I got a couple of names. Cam Johnson with the Nets. It's a big name. He makes some good money, and it'd be a nice plug-and-play player for a guy like a Michael Porter Jr. I love that name. RJ Barrett, who's rotting away up in Toronto because of stuff the New York Knicks trade and situations there. Making a lot of money, be an upgrade over both Jamal Murray and Michael Jr. Porter. I know Kevin Durant's the pipe dream for everybody. I'm not the biggest Kevin Durant fan, but at this time, a guy that's hanging on, desperate to taste success once again, paired with Nikola Jokic, who also wants to taste success once again, it might work. And you know what? I'll sweep my hatred for Kevin Durant under the rug if that's an option for the Denver Nuggets. It does feel like a pipe dream, though. I will fully admit that. Another pipe dream's on the same team in Devin Booker, but Devin Booker for Jamal Murray, you kidding me? I couldn't do that trade fast enough. How about Norman Powell from Los Angeles? A guy that's going to probably win most improved player over Christian Brown, although I don't like that. But Norman's been a heck of a player. And what do they do with that core there in Los Angeles with Kawhi and James? Do they decide to just completely blow that up and start over? Maybe Norman Powell could be a piece that you'd have to trade for and then give them a piece back. There's another name that you can keep an eye on. Dalton Connect, just because he's got the old Thornton tie, Prairie View High School kid. We know the Lakers are trying to trade him, but they're looking for more of a big man. And Michael Porter Jr., who certainly, a big man. I'm 6 foot. Could I back down Michael Porter Jr. in the post? I don't know, 50-50, right? And then another name, like I said, with Kevin Durant, there's going to be people that go, are you kidding me? But Grayson Allen on a smaller scale, like money wouldn't match necessarily with Jamal, and it'd be a little off with a guy like Michael Porter Jr., so the team would have to counter that in a way. There's always a way. But you want to talk about attitude that, hey, I don't need to be motivated. In fact, I want to kill the guy standing across from me, sports term wise, right? Don't get too serious there, YouTube. Grayson Allen has that. Who else on this Nuggets team has that besides Russell Westbrook, who's on an expiring contract and might not be coming back? He'd be 38 for crying out loud. So those are a few names for you to think about out there, Nuggets Nation. Those are the names that you could trade. Free agent market will bring a whole different can of worms and what happens after the season. But that's my takeaway here. This thing is bad. This thing is over, and this core is done. The Denver Nuggets are not going to win another championship with Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., and Jamal Murray being considered the core four, if you will. And you know why? It's Michael Porter Jr. being soft and not playing at a 6'10" style of player. And it's Jamal Murray having absolutely zero heart. And the term professional basketball player, you can take pro out of that because that dude doesn't show up enough. You're required to show up minimum of 65 to 70 games a year. I get it. Nobody's going to show up and bat 1,000 at work. Me, Matthew, you, Jamal, Nikola, nobody. But the batting percentage for Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. this season has been low enough for me to pull the plug. It's over. I'm done. And this has been Dover on Denver. And now I'm really done.